Battlefield of Eternity! Bang Bush against the Cats! The MC Academy, everybody. No, not the MC Academy, the Master Slash. No Academy here. Not in this one, yeah. But the Master Slash 2022. We're down to the last 8 teams and the round robin continues. We're actually pretty much at the end. I think this is next weekend is the last weekend. So right now we got Battlefield of Eternity as our first map in the best of 2. If you win both maps, you get 3 points for the leaderboard. If you tie with the opponent, each team gets 1. And wow, they are running down the timer here on the first ban. Okay. I'm a little bit suspicious if they maybe screwed up the first pick in the first ban here, but for some reason they are really running it down. Whew. Hello, team? It's BOE. It's not that difficult right now. Okay, they get rid of Junkrat. When it comes to picks, of course, we're still expecting Hanzo, Li Ming. Well, Hanzo's banned. Li Ming is still up. Sylvanas could be taken. You, of course, always have access to some shenanigans with Vala. It's kind of sad, honestly, that Jimmy doesn't get played here anymore. I liked it when Jimmy was a pick on this map simply because he had Exterminator on level 1. And, yeah, players just said, okay, he really adds something. This is exactly what I want. I want some heroes that are not OP, but viable alternatives only on certain maps. That particular niche would be great. And you have it, of course, to an extent. But normally what happens is that you have a hero that is pretty much okayish everywhere, but excels on a specific map. And I want that a little bit more than what we currently have. But yeah, maybe for future balance patches, if we're ever gonna get a new one. So, with Li Ming banned out too, that means another damage dealer is already off the table, and that increases the chances that the Bang Bush is starting things off with a damage dealer against the Immortal. So Sylvanas could be an early pick, but they go for the side lane. They drop a Blaze into the mix. And yeah, Bang Bush is starting to really attack the standing too. They're doing some work here. So yeah, me likey. But let's go for the double pick. What are they opening with? I want to see a damage dealer right now. What's the choice? Lunara obviously is another one that you oftentimes see here. So Lunara could also be a pick, and there she is. So we go for a goat, and we go for a Bambi. All of a sudden I want a barbecue. Oh, that's some juicy meat over here. Game meat is one of the best ever. Oh my god. There's one bar that we go to quite regularly that has fantastic meat. They got wild boar and all kinds of stuff, and they get it fresh as well. And oh boy, it's always so good in the summertime in particular. You got a cold one. It's just so good, and it's well made. Chromie, played by Ty here, and Laubon Muradin. Ty, you're letting me down. You're my Vala boy. You are my Vala player. You are the one that made her happen when nobody else believed in her. And these days you just abandon her time and time again. And it hurts. It hurts. There's certain pain associated with that. It is just not okay. Vala's just sitting there. She's crying a silent tear every single time we pick someone else. And now you're cheating on her with Chromie. Fucking Chromie of all heroes. It's unacceptable. Unacceptable. Yellow card. Yellow card, Ty. Not good. Muradin and Lauber. And they're batting out Johann's hero, his main tank, so no Garrosh for him. Yeah, the team is kind of funny, because they always like shifted heroes and roles around quite significantly. Now we got Johann back on the tank. I mean, no Garrosh for him now. But this is the only tank that has been banned, so everything else is still up on the table. They could go for Nubarak, for example, together with Urel if they want to go for heavy engage comp. Yeah, but it's ETC. Moo. ETC and Anduin. Captain Rex. He loves to play Anduin. He absolutely loves to play him. So, the final 2 picks from the blue team. Bishops, he could still play Sylvanas. She's up. His Hanzo was, of course, banned. Chromie is taken. Lunara is another hero that he often played. I don't think he's going to pick a Falstad here. So Sylvanas is realistic, I assume. Played Cassia in the past too, of course. Is another one. And he goes for Genji this time. Alright. So Chromie pokes them down, and Genji then engages with a Swift Strike and tries to kill them and get the reset. That's fine in my book. but at this point we got Herath, the final pick, and they need more damage. I honestly don't know what to take here for them. I was thinking for a moment if Greymane would be a good choice and he would help with the Immortal, but I think they are just generally a bit squishy. Maybe even another frontliner. They go for the Sylvanas pick. They are the ones to lock her in. She has at least the mobility to dodge out on it. Alright, game number 1. Another best of 2, obviously. Battlefield of Eternity is the map. Bang Bush against the Cats. Let's go. Bang Bush against the Cats. On the left side, Skok on Ana. We got Bishops on Genji, Tai on Chromie, Swamgrota on Blaze, and Lauber on Mirrodin. On the right side of the map, we got Captain Rex on Anduin. We got Drak here on Lunara. Herath is playing Sylvanas for the red team. Johan on ETC, and Menaldor with Urel. Menaldor, the love child of Mene and Khaldor, is once again gonna rock it on that solo lane all by himself because he is a strong and independent man and doesn't need anybody else. No. He is more than enough to keep all of the villains at bay at the top side. And just as I say, 3 of them are starting to go towards the top lane. Yeah, so maybe not quite. Oh, come on, Mirrodin, go down there, go down there. He's up against 2 already. That's more than enough. Yeah, they were double checking where Sylvanas is headed. They didn't really know where she would go, so they wanted to make sure that they can respond if she's trying to take some of the towers down. But yeah, that would have been a bit of a problem. Time Walker's pursuit for Gnomi. And yep, there's the first attack for the tower. And Menaldor already with a big mace to the face. Urel is fun. Urel is kind of fun. But yeah, so we still have the little bit of a pew 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 down here at the bottom of the map. Anduin trying to help out here. ETC with a slide. Careful, baby. They go for Mirrodin. Lauber. He's alive. With Lauber, you never know. Lauber in the early game, I mean, there was a time where he literally just ended every single game and died once before the 1 minute mark. Was literally called just pulling a Lauber. These days, it's not really the case anymore, so he is apparently a little bit tired of that reputation and has just decided that he doesn't want to do it anymore. But yeah, still riding the pleb horse here. Not sure if I can forgive that, but they want to go for the camp. So they're trying to get this one. And they're starting to get the Khazras eliminated. This is gonna be a 4v4 onslaught. The jump! Bishop's into the back line, he has the engage, and Lauber is already low. Who's gonna be first blood? Who's the first one to fall? Yeah, it's him! Nice! My boy! Lauber, there he is. Ah, and they killed ETC, but Gnomi is also down. Gnomi gets eliminated, Lauber is dead, and ETC is dead too, so 2-for-1 trade in favor of the Cats. Initially, Lauber wasn't quite sure if he really wanted to die or not. He just like dipped his toe into the water, and then he decided, alright, this is my moment. This is my moment, let's go! And then he launched himself straight into the opponent's team. But yeah, anyways, we got at the top the piercing light. And, well, also Incinerator Gauntlets and Shuriken Mastery and the Overdose. It's a bit of a weird name, honestly. I always like picture Ana just lying in a corner and overdosing on whatever she takes there. So yeah, like some of these talent names are a little bit on the awkward side. But it is what it is, right? So with the Immortal spawning, both of the teams are just making instant plays for their shamans, trying to get some pressure onto the lanes. We also have the crowd surfer again. That becomes real popular lately. And it makes for some fun plays. I mean, if somebody is going, for example, for the shaman camp, and you're just sitting behind it and you slide over, there's a lot of cool plays that you can make if they work out. Or just go for the escape. Well, that didn't work out. Nice escape attempt at least, but that's a kill against Sylvanas. Bishops, he's still alive. He needed healing, and he got healing. Yeah, so Genji is still alive. They're trying for another kill, and Anduin is ruining the day again, that old Killjoy with his quick pull. So we now have the halftime show inching a bit closer for the Bang Bush, the blue team, starting this one off fairly well now that they have a bit of a lead. Bishops is still very low though, so whenever Menaldor gets close to him, he needs to just hightail it out of there. If Ana could maybe at some point step over and say hi, that would be nice. But now it's going to be a race for the 50%. And also for another kill. Meneldoa gets healed, still alive. Halftime show victory for the red team. And a pretty decent one too. I mean, that's 1,000 points that they just got there. So there it is. Who's locking that one in? It's actually a lot closer than I expected it to be after they got that one kill. So looks for now that the red team is going to take it. Nice stun by Swamgrota. That slows them down a little bit, but they just don't have the damage numbers here. So objective number 1 taken by the Cats. Yeah, well played. Now, we are already having the shield reduced to, what is this, 5%? Maybe a little bit less, a bit more. So, yeah. So, with the 10% shield or whatever this is, they should be able to burn it down more or less pretty quickly. I don't think they can go for the fort here. But Chromie will also be easily able to just keep them at bay with a consistent poke from afar. So I don't think they can make a full commitment here. And yeah, look how quickly they're burning this down. Sylvanas is, of course, making any push a lot more dangerous. But even with her, I do not see this happening. Well, they're fully committed. They're getting way more damage than I thought. They might get the entire thing now. Wow. With how quickly the Immortal lost not only the shield, but also most of its hit points, I really didn't think they would get this much value. Damn. That was some real punchy play there. They just fully committed to it for a moment. Fell back afterwards. Now they're trying to go for Gnomi, and she dies. Alright. Gnomi is down. Sylvanas with a kill. And that gives us the temporal loop. Johan is still zoning them out as they're now taking the camp. So this is a good start again for the Cats. I think I've been saying this quite a lot lately. It feels in the late game. They're always falling behind them, so maybe this time is going to be different. And they can bring it full circle. But we have a camp taken bot side. And they're trying to go for Urel now. Meneldoa is in a bit of a shitty spot now, because there's literally a 5-man headed for him. And yeah, they are unleashing everything on the Space Goat. And I don't know why Johan moved in there as he did. But Captain Rex is trying to help him out as best he can. And that is another pull. Anduin, yeah, he's pulling out everybody at the front line that is in trouble. And since they are still wasting the time of the blue team at the bot lane, it means that the top camp is getting more and more value after the fort was destroyed. So a tower is already down at the key wall. Yeah. And the next objective is coming up. So far, so good. So down to the bottom of the map, they can now try and slide in here with a level 10 and maybe get a lead on the Immortal. There's another 8 seconds left for the blue team to get some extra XP and maybe close that gap. But we have for now the thingy, the light bomb, and we're gonna get the mind control plus the Ardent Defender. But this is still a pretty nice start for the Cats into this fight. ETC hasn't taken his ult yet. Goes for the stage dive, so they have a bit more global plays that they can make. And he might have to use it here. ETC with a slide. And he is alive. Damn. Didn't even commit to the ult or anything, but they still want him. And they can't get him. He gets out. The chase was on, but they get Bambi. Bambi, boy, Lunara, as dead as her mother. As Bambi's mom. Spoiler alert again, Bambi is a boy. I know, I couldn't believe it either. It was a long time when I watched this one. Always a little bit of a PSA. Every couple of months we have to work it in at least once. Because I know there's at least one person watching this that is going to be as shocked as me. It's like, wait, what? And then you are thinking about it and it's like, oh my god, you're right. Kill against kill. Blaze and Sylvanas are both down, and it's a mad brawl. Once again, they're trying to go for Meneldoa. Here comes the temporal loop, and it's just like full fiesta. Everybody's just going in and turns into a pirate. Ults are being dropped all over the place. Chromie is dead. 5 kills to 5, and now ETC is starting to chase. But it seems that the blue team might just lose another Immortal. They were looking great here at the beginning, but now they're falling behind. Nano boost on Genji, no mana on ETC, and the kill. Yes, there it is. Mind control doesn't connect, and they got it. Alright, so with that, we have already another talent for Chromie, and this time they should be able to take it. Yeah, the Immortal is getting attacked here right away. It's 6 kills to 5 now. Level 11. And of course, they burn it down. Bye-bye, Immortal. Was nice knowing you. And with that, you still have to deal with the top lane. This is also where the Immortal is headed. So now, big one right there. Need to make sure to take this whole double wave down. It's a lot of experience. It's actually just great for them. So he's going to get all of this here. Yeah, gets all of the XP, and that helps them to pull ahead. Yeah, by the way, focusing on the bot lane now. So they're currently abandoning the Immortal completely, and instead of just going down to the bottom of the map in an attempt to get this fort here. Blaze is the only one that at least is trying to assist a little bit. Also the one that is trying to soak up the XP. But down here at the bot lane, timeout for Tai, and yeah, he's still in the corner. He is not gonna make it. That's a slide and a kill. And of course, matters are made worse when you're getting killed by Anduin. Yeah. Skork, okay. And that's Anna saying goodbye to. Yeah, the cats, they are showing their claws today. You gotta be careful with them. The Immortal nearly took down the top fort. Blaze might still be able to get it, especially now that Bishops is starting to join the fun too. He is with 20,000 damage, the top damage dealer in the game right now. But at the bottom of the map, we also have another attack happening. So the red team is not only watching, it's just not sitting there watching the top lane being like, oh my god, they took our fort. Instead, they're going down to the bot lane, they're taking this one, and all of a sudden, we have a really nice spot for the cats again. Because they were the ones that lost the Immortal. But they got now significant value as they destroyed the bottom fort. So that's not shabby. They pretty much drew even and are now once again ahead in... Well, they drew even in experience. More or less drew even in kills. They're one ahead. But more importantly, they are ahead in structures. And that's what really matters here. Also, quick side note, ETC, despite the fact that he went into prog rock, talent that you don't always see on this map because it's much harder to complete it, but he's sitting at 17, so it's soon going to be done with that particular quest. Yeah, good for him. But, yeah, there's Immortal number 3. And no level 16 in sight for either team. Ults are pretty much all up. The one that's still missing is Sylvanas, and she's going to have it ready too. Okay, so all about the camps once again. Already on the left side, the Shaman camp has been taken. And here we go. Who takes the third one? I think from the perspective of the Bang Bush, they were obviously hoping to get a lot more kills than they did so far. They're at least not outclassing the red team. And for them, it's really important to win these team fights because they cannot match the cats in race damage. So when the race for the Immortal is up, then you just don't have enough. You can't compete with the Lunara and Sylvanas here with the heroes that you have. It's just too much cooldown base damage that they're YOLOing out there. So it's a bit too tricky. But they have the on-point damage. And they just proved it against ETC. Now the fort is down. That's at least something that they accomplished. But that's one kill and they might even get another one. Urel with her ult. And there's the stun and goodbye. Urel is down. Svamgrotta bunkers up. And with 2 kills against the front line, the Bang Bush has taken a big advantage. Now, this has to be dealt with, and this is the reason why Blaze has just moved back to the Nexus. But he can still save that keep. The Immortal, on the other hand, is going to have a rude awakening because that halftime show was locked in extremely quickly. Urel is still down for another 10 seconds, and they're going to have an easy time winning this objective. Now, there's a chance for the cats to at least minimize the damage, minimize the shield, but this one is still going to hurt. There's no fort anymore in the game, and of course what hurts even more is that now they have level 16. So there is a talent advantage. They already pushed out the top lane, so they can't really get a lot of XP over here. But down at the bottom of the map, maybe Urel could move down there, but yeah, it's a bit tricky. They should get level 16, but maybe not just in time. Yeah, Genji is actually defending this down here, so he's making sure that he gets the wave connected, and now they can move that in. And up at the top, they're already poking. So they don't have 16 yet, they will get it in a moment, but at least initially, the cats have to be slightly more defensive than they would probably like. So currently, here's the play. Anduin will have the double pull very likely once again, and indeed goes for it. Will of the Forsaken has also just been chosen. But now it is time for keep number 1 to potentially fall if they can poke it from afar. Khaldor already jumping in. ETC coming through with a showstopper here. And the keep is not making it. No way. That thing is gone. Absolutely gone. And the bang bush, they're just sitting tight and they're saying like, yeah, we don't have to push this even further. If we get an easy kill somewhere, we're going to take it. Thank you very much. But outside of that, we've already done exactly what we needed to do here. Shield is getting scratched, but they can't break through it. 8 kills to 7. ETC with a slide. Has to be very careful because there's the turnaround. Alright, there's the jump. Yeah, dodges out on this, but that also means that the backline is exposed and they're using that right away. ETC thought they were smart, but instead of trying to run away, they simply went for the aggression. Light bomb? Jesus, how is he still alive? Anduin made it way longer than expected. Draco nearly gets toasted. Lauba with a big stormbolt as they're going for Johan again. Stopping the power slide too. And ETC is dead. Another hit, and Meteor is also low and might fall too. All of them still running away here. They won't be able to contest with them, but they get kill after kill and they extend the lead in experience and allow Chromie to already pick her Storm Talons. They are trying to go for the core. They might not be able to get the whole thing destroyed, but even if they get just a few of the hit points removed, that of course bodes well for the future. And of course they're trying to force mistakes, and they do exactly that. That's why they're going for the core. They're forcing the 3 defenders to deal with it, and they're able to get 2 kills, and now this is a big opportunity even with Blaze falling. The core is getting dropped quickly. ETC is back in 4 seconds, but that's already more than 30% removed. Anduin is dead again. Can't go for the French defense when there's no place to run. Lunara is also dead and the core is at 50%. Now, Bishops is already attacking it. Ty is hammering away from it from a distance with Chromie. And that is gonna be game. Game number 1 goes to the Bang Bush as they lock in a victory on Battlefield of Eternity in this best of 2 series at the Master Clash. Nicely done. 14 kills to 8 and a well-deserved victory. Bishops didn't even die. Only one that didn't die. Well done.
Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV.
Towers of Doom, map number 2, the Bang Bush on map number 1. Successful. Also, I've been bouncing around there a little bit. I guess my green screen has been pushed around slightly. I need a new studio, guys. I need like a proper one, so we can go for a few more fancy things over here. But yeah, extend that green screen a bit. Either way, we got Towers of Doom as Hanzo is getting picked. But one of the more important things that I really want to address right now, because Chad also brought it up too, there is a new Monkey Islanders being made, and yes, I have indeed heard of it, and I absolutely, well, I love it, or at least I like it. Now, the first and the second Monkey Island were absolutely amazing, so I really liked them. The Monkey Islands that came after that, I still played them. They were kind of okay. I think it was the 4th one, which was the 3D version or whatever. It wasn't really that great anymore. But Monkey Island in general is, of course, fantastic. I saw a couple of screenshots from the new one that they want to do, and honestly, it looked pretty good. I am an absolute sucker for adventures. LucasArts adventures back in the day with Indiana Jones and all of that stuff were also great. So I really hope that we're going to get some fantastic adventures again. And Monkey Island definitely has a very big spot in my heart, yeah. That was a lot. Especially Monkey Island 1, like that fucking statue that you tie to when you're in the water. Jesus Christ, I spent hours trying to figure out how exactly I get out there. And when I learned how you do it, I was just sitting there. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? And I had a friend who literally just it was the first thing he did. It was like, yeah, of course, what else would you do? And I was like, oh my god. So yeah, Monkey Island 1 was amazing. The cool thing back then was obviously you had no internet. And you had to literally wait for PC magazines to come out and then try and figure out through the magazines and the hints that they gave you how to solve these things. Today it's a little bit different because all you gotta do is Google really quickly. So you gotta really make sure that you personally, you know, have the discipline to not check that out. But yeah, that's that. Either way, Dehaka as a first pick. We're on Towers of Doom, so a bigger map, and therefore globals play a much, much bigger role. We get Sylvanas for Bishops. They denied his Hanzo to him. I mean, there's a shocker. But they still have Sylvanas, and he is obviously doing work with that too. And they can also push structures down very quickly if they get somebody else that does some structural damage. Now we got Rega and Lunara. A bit long distance poke, especially if you're going into the Thornwood Vines. Can of course slowly and steadily take down those bell towers. Okay. Diablo ban. Yeah, well, Johan, his Garrosh is also still up. So maybe they're thinking about picking Garrosh for themselves? I don't really think so. I would assume that for Lauber, something like Muradin again would be the more obvious one. So, but let's see how they're gonna deal with it. But yeah, what's the ban gonna be? What is Tai gonna pick? It's even more important. What's Tai gonna take? They ban Zeratul. I don't like you guys. Don't ban the fun heroes. Ban some of the boring ones. Why are all the bans always against like Zeratul? Last time we were on Towers, Vikings were banned. Ah, Tai is on support duty again. Apparently he pulled the short straw. So what is Skog allowed to play now? Anduin is in. I just want to throw some tomato juice on his uniform. God, he tilts me. And there's May. There's May. He's always so pristine. It's like... Just take some tomato juice or something. It's like... Psh. Some red wine. Something you just can't get out. He would throw a hissy fit. You know it's true. Even the Anduin lovers amongst you, you know it's perfectly true. If his costume would get a little bit dirty, he would be like... Oh, oh boy. Okay, May for Lauber. It's getting frosty in here. Johan is taking his ETC again, and we got Falstad. Jesus, like that's a zoo over there. Look at that shit. That's a full zoo. We got a dinosaur, we got a wolf, we got a deer, we got a cow, and we got a bird. I mean, damn. And here comes Alarak. Yes, alright. Can deal with that. Alarak, ladies and gentlemen. Towers of Doom, map number 2. Let's go. Game number 2, the Bang Bush is in the lead. We got Svankorotta on Hogga, Bishops on Sylvanas, Tai on Anduin, Skog on Alarak, and Lauber is playing May. On the right side of the map, in the meantime, the red team obviously going to try and get a point onto the board now with Captain Rex on Rega. The full zoo experience with Draki on Lunara, Meneldo on Dehaka, Irath on Falstad, and Johan on ETC. So, let's see. Do we get our brawl in the middle? That's always the first question. Are we going to brawl it up a little bit? Is it going to be one of those days where everybody just moves into the mid lane and it starts to go full fiesta? 5v5. Let's go! Well, not for now at least. Everybody's just splitting up. Already top side, we got Dehaka. I got my eyes on Alarak. Alarak is always kind of fun, especially if he goes into negatively charged, because you can always see those stacks coming in, and if you have a good Alarak player, there's a lot of styling that he can do. Just style straight in the face of your opponent. Now, on the macro level, I would obviously assume that the red team is going to have a bit of a lead, thanks to them rocking Dehaka here. But besides that, when it comes to team fights, it's going to be real fun. So, as is, they're already trying to make a play for ETC, and yeah, there's a lot of CC there. With May at the front as well. And they're already going for her. Okay, so May getting a bit attacked there, down to 50% HP. Tai with Anduin. And the camps are up, so both of the teams are now starting to make the play for their pumpkins. And just trying to lock that in. I mean, it's just early game here, a little bit of bing, 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 top side. Meneltor is, of course, sniffing that out and is already pinging it, but if you look at the minimap, it's not only Falstad that moves top, but it's also Sylvanas that's on the way. And that's going to be a battle that the blue boys might actually win. Yeah, they go for Herath, but the kill against Hogga. Bishops wants the kill, but here comes Johan, and goodbye Sylvanas. So they're getting 2 kills, and they get the camp. That's a pretty good start. Yeah. They lose Sylvanas, they lose Hogga, and they lose the camp too. Now there's some time at the bot lane where the red team therefore was in a bit of a pickle because it just didn't have the numbers here, but still with the defense of Drakia and Lunara they did well, or so I thought, and then Rega gets attacked, but they're saving him. So he's still okay, and ETC came in, so here comes the Haka. I don't think that drag was necessarily intended, or at least the burrow, but they get the kill on Alarak. So guys, they are off to a great start here. That's not only... That's 4 kills that they have. Now, Bambi died too, but so did Anduin. Alright, so that's 4 kills to 1. Interestingly enough, it's still even experience for the 2 teams, but at least it's a bit of control on the map here. I like it. And Svamkarota, Bishops, topside, already breaking through the wall a little bit. But they gotta be careful, since we now have Menildor moving in again, and those tongs have been on point. Bishops is having some trouble here. He's dying again, isn't he? Ooh. What? Alright, just walks away. Calculated. Not even a problem. Absolutely not impressed. Just walks away. It's like, yeah, I got this, boys. 50 HP, who cares? So they are trying to go for the 2 altars at the top. And you know what? They might just be able to get them. No, not quite. And they isolate Rhaegar. At least they're trying to. Alarak channeled through the bot lane altar and is now making his way towards the top. So it's going to be a 5 versus 5 if this continues. Hasn't gotten a single stack yet for his level 4. Wasn't really any opportunities, to be honest with you. But now that they're going for ETC again, unless he gets his cooldowns back, he might fall. No, Skok doesn't go in for it. But there's the drag. And yeah, can they go for the bird? Do we get the combo? Neither. But they're still holding on to that altar for a bit longer. Nice slide. And nearly a kill on Bishops. Also Lauba is low. He's extremely low. And the drag connects and that's the end of him. May goes down. Easy kill right here. And the Cats are off to such a good start here. So many kills for them. I mean, the lead and experience is not that crazy yet. And I like that the Bangbush doesn't give up on any of this either. But they now go for drag here. And he gets the kill. Svamkarota with a kill against Dracula. He himself falls to. Tai this time is trying to channel. The rest of them is zoning them away. But yeah, this is wild. 4.5 minutes in and we already have 8 kills. And the shots get finally taken by the blue team. So they get 2 out of the 3. Good for them. And in the meantime, there's still, of course, camps back up on the map that the teams can now start to focus on a bit more. 3 stacks for Skok. That's all that he has for now. 80 sadism. Not really a whole lot. But a few more team fights and that might change quickly. Don't really think that his damage numbers are anything to impress just yet. Okay, so here comes Johan. They're brawling. They're brawling again. They didn't even want to slide in, so they gave the camp up. Careful if you try to make that commitment. Svamkarota, and that's another one, isn't it? Yes, he tries to spin away, but he's a bit too late. And that is kill number 7. They are 5 kills ahead. And a level now. This is all, of course, before level 10, but still. I gotta say, that is a bit dirty. Okay, so down to the bot lane. They are still trying to escort those pumpkins in. And, of course, if they can get bishops, it would be even better. Look how far ahead they are. They're on level 10 already. Now, the question is just, can they capitalize on that? Can they use that advantage to make a bit of a play there? That's the big question. And so far, not so sure about that. I don't think so. The altar is spawning in 24 seconds. So that's more than enough time for the Bangbush to get the experience that they need here. Yeah. Top. Lauba. Svamkarota. Yeah, still doing their thing. Trying to get some XP. Trying to also get the control. They got another 10 seconds until they need to fight for that particular altar. They might get it after all. Yeah, they zone them out. They can't really go in. Falstad could gust. Captain Rex is going to get this one. Good for them. So that means another 4 shots fired and they draw even. 32 points to 32 points. We get the snowball on level 10 now for May. Wailing Arrow, Hoarder pulled. And the counter-strike for Alarak. And by the way, no mosh pit again. They already played earlier with the stage dive and now they're doing it again. So we have a double global currently for the Cats. And ooh la la. Hello Blizzard servers. What was that? Damn. 8 stacks for Skog. 7-minute mark. Not really a lot of opportunities for him, but now that we have level 10, I would assume that we're going to get a few more fights. And they're already looking at ETC as he was attempting to move in from the side. Yeah, and he makes it. Alright, so far so good, but the pressure is now on. The Bang Bush, with the help of Sylvanas, is consistently trying to take those structures down a notch. And up at the top, yep, Svamgrotta still holding the lane against Dehaka, who now also has to rotate between them. It's a little bit of a weird game. We have pretty explosive phases where they're really going all in for an altar, and then the game calms down pretty significantly here. We have the camps back up on the map, but so far the teams are not going for them. Instead, we're having the brawl in the middle again, and Lauba is starting to make a move for it. But they're still chasing ETC here in the hope that they can get one there. But they didn't account for the Haka, who lands the drag and nearly puts Svamgrotta into an unfortunate position again. So now we got Skog also down at the bot lane, getting some extra XP. They don't level 13 yet or anything. But here's the camp being taken, and the invade is there. Yeah, this time ETC jumps in, gets immediately snowballed, and slides back in, or at least tries to. Oh boy, they are going all out on this one again. The camp has been claimed by the blue team already, so the Bang Bush is a little bit of a lead here. And now that they're going for ETC again, they might just get the kill on Johan. But they can't. He is being saved once again by Rhaegar. But the channel is about to happen unless Hirath is willing to commit, and he actually makes that happen. Gets the interrupt. So now the kill on Alarak, but the shots are fired since Mei was able to channel it through. So damage against the fort, and they were able to also get the objective. So 32 to 28 points. Still the advantage, on the other hand, for the Cats in experience, and that gives them a level 13. Now, it was obviously annoying that they lost the pumpkins, and that's what pretty much dropped the hit points on the bell tower. But they are still ahead a little bit and might be able to now get another kill. They're trying to. Hoarder Pull is being used, and Meneldur just misses out on that particular drag. Now, the bird at the top. That's from Gorotta. Wants some spicy chicken. You can't get it here. And down to the bot lane now with level 13 finally in their hands. We have the Bang Bush with 4 players making that play for the bell tower again. Bot lane, as usual, most important bell tower on the map. You have 2 pumpkin camps that moves through, and the access to 2 of the altars is going to be significantly made more difficult by you grabbing full control of that lane. So yeah, they're trying to do that, but there's always that flank coming in from the top eventually as they're aiming for Lauba again, but Mei this time is kept alive. 12,000 damage, sorry, 12 stacks for Alarak, and that translates into 12,000 damage in this case. So I was ahead of my time with that statement. The top damage on the blue team is still Sylvanas though, with nearly 24k, so she's nearly doubling what Alarak has here. And look at Hogger, he's also not that far behind. Lunara, bit better. Anduin just gets murdered, insta-murdered. Was trying to go for the light bomb, that didn't do anything for them. Hirath with another attempt, Counter-Strike, Ancestral, Skog is low, ETC! And the kill! Alarak, he still falls. And Svamgrotta gets bitten by the doggy. So that's 11 kills to 2, and they are really pulling ahead now in experience. I mean, earlier they had a slight lead, but now we're talking about level 16. They're pretty much 2 levels ahead. This is ridiculous. They are getting a massive, massive momentum swing in their favor. Now, it's only going to be a 4-point lead on the objective, but if they can start to snowball this into additional kills and maybe some conversions on the bell towers, then it's a very different story, and this should be what they're aiming for now. So, at this point, we got ETC with his 16 still missing, but they have a great position now. And they're using it to apparently go for another little bait here. They are hoping that they can trap someone there. I don't think that Tai is going to fall for this that easily. But if he gets a little bit too... Spray game on point. He's like, yeah, sorry boys, but Captain Obvious just called and he wants to have his playback. Too good. But they are still going for our boy down here. And, well, I got news for Alarak. That's not going to work. So he's just exploding. Only 14 stacks and they're taking the camp. Yeah, steal the camp again. But they haven't really done anything with the level 16 outside of this particular camp. They had a massive lead and they gave too much time to the blue team to close the experience gap. So now we have both of them on even talents and it's reduced to basically a 1-level lead. There's a single altar coming up, so it should be an even fight for it. But yeah, it's kind of interesting how this is developing right now. They're still poking this bot lane out a bit. And are also hoping to take down the remaining tower here. Which should honestly happen if Draco just gets a little bit closer. And this doesn't even have to. At this point, it's just Falstad alone that already takes it. So, yeah, they're pushing Sylvanas back slightly. The tower is down. So far, so good. Triple altar phase comes up. Another 12 points to be taken. And there's the slide. And, wow, Mei with the ice block. But, boy, that was a problem for a moment. Herath is still alive. Ancestral. Good plays by Captain Rex, trying to keep everybody in play. The Haka comes even in. Could be immediately focused, but doesn't. ETC had to use the stage dive to get out. So they lost a lot here. 16 versus 16. ETC goes to the top left and channels another altar. He's gonna get it. So they might just get 2 out of the 3. Maybe even all 3 of them if they can interrupt again. They're already looking to do exactly that. Another 4 shots are fired. 16 points to 28. Can they interrupt this? They might fight for this. ETC comes in. Could go for the slide. Ah, the combo. But they are looking better and better on that altar. And the channel is happening. Lauber with the interrupt. And this time ETC falls. ETC is down. But so is Alarak. Alarak gets Alaraked. Yeah, he's getting wrecked over and over again. But there's finally the wrath of Bishops as he moves in and takes down the Haka and Rhaegar alike. So that's finally Bishops starting to pop off a little bit for the team. Still 5 kills to 14. And Herath is... I don't know why he thought he needed to go for that interrupt there. Because, yeah, that was a nice dodge by Bishops. It was really well done by Bishops. Bishops just dodged the ult from Falstad with a wave. And then got the kill here. I think we caught that. Check this one out. So, yeah. There's the play. Turns around. He immediately gets the wave out. Jumps it. And then gets the kill. Really nicely done by Bishops. And now we have 6 kills to 14. So he is closing that gap for them very, very quickly. And if you take a quick look at the damage output, he's at 41,000 right now with Sylvanas against the 45k that Drag here is getting in. ATC trying to move in to secure this one, but of course right away met with a lot of targeted damage. And Johan, he might have just committed honorable Subaru here. Nah, he's fine. Alright, so he's still okay. Good, so we got 16 to 24 on the core points, but that's the first bell tower conversion that we have in the game, and the Bang Bush has now taken control, and they are also starting to damage the top. And this is exactly what we had in so many games previously. If in the late game you are starting to run the show, you will win this one. You can do so much momentum here, and that's what he's looking for right now. Exactly that, momentum. And all those kills that you have don't do anything for you if you can't deal with that. Yeah, the experience gain, as you can see, the lead in hero experience is only 3,000. It's not that much. 8 kill advantage and only 3,000 extra experience. So they are obviously still ahead in XP, but that can change. Couple of shots are being fired. Level 20 is nearly ready for the Cats, but it is a small gap that they have. They're looking to fight with it though. And it's 21 points to 16, so only 5 between the two teams here. This is a nice development also for the red team, so at least they're getting that done. But the 5 shots are already fired, 16 to 16. That leaves us with a single altar, but thanks to the level 20 talent of the Cats, they should be the ones to get this one. I don't even know why Swamp Gorota is here, but he's moving away. They don't want to fight this one. They can't give it up. ETC jumps in with the upgrade on the stage dives, tries to make the play. Rhaegar with the attempt to go for it. Bell tower already taken, 4 points to 4. He gets the channel and they get the shots fired, 12 to 16. Yeah, so the situation is actually fine. I mean, still a bit advantageous for the Bang Bush in terms of bell towers. Bot lane is just more important. But they don't have level 20 yet. That will change any moment now. 22 stacks for Alarak. Not that crazy. Yeah, stack development is not that insane for him. But they're moving down to the bot lane once more. No camp currently here, just trying to protect the bell tower as best they can. And get, of course, the experience through those minions so that they're locking in level 20 talents. And there they are. They got the 20. That gets the upgrade for the Cascade. And also getting the hasty bargain. And we got Varian's Legacy. Yeah. If Varian's Legacy is Anduin, then that's a pretty shitty legacy, I gotta say. That's one of the reasons why Varian yells that much. Can't deal with the emotional pain. Okay. You were an... do you know how Varian actually taunts Anduin? You know that? You were an accident. No! Yeah, I would have been embarrassed too. Anyway, so here comes the play for the bot lane. They're trying to control that. Bot top bell tower is also being secured by the Haka. Yeah, light bomb. Wow, they're going deep. But that mighty gust was pretty solid. The Ancestral keeps Lunara in action. The Haka! That bad boy over here. That's a kill. Alarak goes down. Great play. That one was awesome. The Haka coming in at the perfect moment in time. The birdie is already going for the channel. He has more than enough time. Yep, gets it. And that could honestly be game. Now that they're going for the boss as well, if they get all of this, then it is game over and it's going to be a 1-1. The Bang Bush won the first map, but this is not looking good for the blue team. Lauber gets dragged again. Menaldorf for me clearly with a big place in this game. Doesn't mean that the other guys on the team didn't do an excellent job, but some of these drags were just fan-fucking-tastic. Now with Mei and Hogger gone, here we go. We have them moving in for the boss, and if they are able to claim this one, then it is lights out in game number 2 for the Bang Bush. They only got Anduin and Sylvanas. Good luck with that. Yeah, the boss also, I guess. Soreka is dead, but Sylvanas is dead too. And unless Anduin is going man mode now, this is not happening. Gus might even be overdoing things a little bit. They still want the kill and they're gonna get it. So it's a 5-man wipe, and that's victory in game 2 for the Cats as they draw even with the Bang Bush. And each team gets 1 point for the leaderboard. GG.